afternoon yet again. Hello, hello, long time no see. I know I was just live a few minutes ago, but breaking news just came out. I don't know if you guys are following the Senator Bob Menendez story or not, but Joe Biden's BFF is sounding off about his corruption charges, and it's hysterical. It's absolutely hysterical. I don't know whether the DNC should just switch their slogan to "We absolutely will evade all accountability at all cost" or what. I don't know if he's taking a play out of the Trump playbook or what. I don't know. But if you don't know who Bob Menendez is, he's a very good friend of Joe Biden's. Well, Bob here, I guess, he gets busted big time. Lots of money, corruption. I got the article I want to share with you guys. I can't, man. I look, if you guys want to get away with crimes, all you got to do is be a Democrat, man. You're going to be just fine. All right, breaking news. Senator Bob. What? 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 He makes a big announcement about his political future following a corruption charges. It's as if Bob already knows. I'm a Democrat, bitches. You can't touch me. Dun, 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 dun. Can't touch this. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right. Nothing to embarrass myself here. Oh, cool. Pennsylvania. Go Pennsylvania students. I would protest that too. Okay. All of these annoying Timu ads. It's like wish.com on crack. All right, on September, or September, we in September, bitch. On Monday, Senator Bob Menendez, a Democrat from New Jersey, he's the senator of New Jersey, he announced that he would be seeking re-election in 2024 despite the plethora of corruption and bribery charges brought against by the Department of Justice last week. Damn, I wonder how he feels. His BFF's DOJ even doing that to He's like, look, y'all, Bob Menendez knows way too much about Hunter and I. Hit him. That's probably what happened here. During a press conference, the corrupt Democrat argued that he would be exonerated like he was with his previous charges back in 2018. So this isn't Bob Menendez's first rodeo with corruption charges, guys. My. As previously reported by the DC Inquirer, the indictment against Senator Menendez was brought by the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Southern District of New York last week and alleges that the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee accepted over $700,000. Ah, geez Louise, he's rich, bitch. Look at look at his money. Oh my God. I'm trying to get the screen bigger, but my mouse won't catch up. I don't know. It's like that doesn't like mustard. It's ketchup. He received and accepted over $700,000 in bribes from a businessman in exchange for aiding the government of Egypt via his powerful chairmanship. Well, you don't say. That's called corruption, Bob. Anyways, Bob here, he thinks he's untouchable, apparently. The three men who bribed Menendez include, oh God, man, they got to do me like this. Wael Hanna, Jose Uribe, and Fred Diabas, who paid off the senator in order to enrich themselves and aid Egypt. Ay. The indictment alleges, excuse me, that $480,000 in cash was found at the Menendez residence last year in envelopes throughout the house. The senator's wife, Nadine, she was also indicted. She had around $70,000 in a safe deposit box. In addition to the mountains of cash, the Democrats also accepted a luxury Mercedes-Benz and gold bars valued at over $100,000 from the men. Dude, it pays to get into politics, I tell you. Man, they're giving out free. Oh, wait, it's not free because you have to do some corrupt shit in order to do that. Okay, yeah, I'm not on that. The indictment alleges that Senator Menendez uses power and influence, including his leadership role in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, to benefit the government of Egypt in various ways. U.S. Attorney for the South District of New York, Damian Williams, said, among other actions, Senator Menendez allegedly provided sensitive, non-public U.S. government information to Egyptian officials and otherwise took steps to secretly aid the government of Egypt. Oh, so again, he's not taking stuff out of the Trump playbook. He's taking stuff out of the Biden playbook and selling America out. Huh. And what he thinks about these charges is, hey, they're going to be wiped away like the last ones in 2018 were. Who was president in 2018, though? Huh. Well, we already know who, but why wasn't he held accountable then? How was he able to evade charges then? A lot of Democrats, I think, are shit scared to let Trump come back because I think that he made big mistakes last time. And yeah, they're running for the hills, y'all. All right. We also allege that Senator Menendez improperly pressured a senior official at the U.S. Department of Agriculture to protect a lucrative monopoly that the government of Egypt had awarded to Hana, a lucrative monopoly that Hana then used to fund certain bribe payments, he added. Globalists, I tell you. Following the indictment, the Democrat released a statement that echoes his comments during the Monday presser. I have worked every day to repay their trust by fighting to create jobs, strengthen public safety by selling out America, update infrastructure, and reduce cost for New Jersey families. Okay. All right, Bob. What do you want? A pat on the back for doing your fucking job? Cool. Okay. Maybe then don't be corrupt and you won't have these charges, but apparently not. His statement read, I have also stood steadfast against dictators around the globe, whether they be in Iran, Cuba, Turkey, or elsewhere, but Egypt, fighting against the forces of appeasement and standing for those who stand for freedom and democracy. This is a threat to our democracy, so I must sell the America out. Man, yeah, that's the catchphrase. I remain focused on continuing this important work and will not be distracted by baseless allegations. Bitch, they found the money. They found the money. They found the money, Bob. This is a developing story, and we will be updating it accordingly. Well, here's the article that they wrote. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, the DC Inquirer indictment on Senator. Here's the New York Times indictment of Senator Menendez. He's in some hot water, you guys. He's in some hot water. Oh my God. We've updated our terms. All right. Oh, you sucker. I ain't paying you. So here's the indictment. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else to get it because I ain't paying you. I ain't paying you. Here's the New York Times. All right, they're going to give me this one for free. Oh, no, they didn't. They didn't give it to me for free. I was trying to pull one over on them, but that wasn't happening. Oh, I want it. I want to see it, damn it. New York Times. Nope, they won't let me. Look, they keep asking me to pay. I don't want to pay. I just don't. So he has not only received cash, but he's also received a luxury Mercedes Benz, gold bars, all to help his adversary over there in well, here, his ally in Egypt. So if you guys aren't following this case, I mean, it's absolutely absurd how they think they can get away with it. Like, well, I don't give a fuck. I am doing it. I'm getting away with it. I don't care. I was let off of it in 2018. I was let off, and that's it. My best friend's Joe Biden. I can do whatever the fuck I want to. Yeah, he's gonna still run for 2024. And I think that's ridiculous. This was 1 hour ago. This is ABC. 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 Look at that. Hunter Biden, mouthful of dental implants. Look at the price. Take a look at the price. The American taxpayers paid for that. I'm just saying. The biggest fight yet. Here is the video. Is that his wife? Get out of here. Let's look at this. Let's look at this stuffs. Hold on. My God, look at his wife, man. No way.
Dealings. A federal
No way.
calls growing over the weekend from colleagues of New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez to step down after a Justice Department indictment accused him and his wife
I wonder who paid for her boobs. Come on.
of improper business dealings. A federal grand jury has charged Menendez, the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, and his wife Nadine of accepting hundreds of thousands of dollars in bribes from businessmen in exchange for favorable business. Menendez and his wife maintain their innocence and both intend to vigorously contest the charges.
I firmly believe that when all the facts are presented, not only will I be exonerated, but I still will be the New Jersey's senior senator.
Several members of Congress, many in his own party, calling for his resignation.
The details in this indictment are extremely serious. They involve the nature of not just his, but all of our seats in Congress.
Well, yeah, because if there's an investigation into Bob Menendez, what's to say you're safe, AOC? How did you go from being a broke, self-proclaimed broke bartender / waitress, and now you're worth how much money? Tens of millions of dollars? So I guarantee you these Democrats or any corrupt politician in the Senate should be shit scared right now. They should be. First of all, we should be able to look into their bank accounts. We could, if we make over $600 on PayPal, oh, they know everything. So how come we don't know how these government officials, how the people in the Senate or Congress are making their money? How come Nancy Pelosi has made all of that money with insider trading? Martha Stewart goes to prison, but Nancy's safe? I think that we should look into all of them. Every single last one of them. And if you ain't got nothing to hide, then what's the problem here? So I love seeing her call out corruption. It's like she's looking into a mirror. This is one of the most corrupt, egotistical, shit for brains having people that we have in our government today. Her. This one here is so fucking loop-de-loo crazy that she is dead set against gas stoves, but also has one in her apartment. Yeah, she passed a law in New York saying you can't have gas stoves. They're so dangerous to the environment, but she flies around in private jets and she's, taxied around in these big ass SUVs that definitely aren't EVs.
I think that the body of allegations are certainly of the kind that it makes it very difficult for him to do his job.
The details of the latest indictment raising eyebrows. $100,000 in gold bars found in Menendez's home, $480,000 in cash, including some allegedly hidden in liners in his jackets, a luxury Mercedes-Benz car.
Damn, that's a nice
all
car.
Evidence, says the prosecutor's office, of Menendez accepting bribes. And the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announcing that Menendez will step down as chairman of that powerful Senate committee. Menendez, who's up for re-election in 2024, now facing a Democratic primary challenger. Congressman Andy Kim announcing that he will run against the senator, saying that New Jersey, quote, deserves better. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Yeah, you know who deserves better, you guys? You know who deserves better? Not Washington. What, are we mere peasants? Did you forget that you guys work for us? Yeah, that's how it is. So Washington deserves better. Wait. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Washington deserves better. We deserve better. We deserve better than a bunch of crooked ass politicians that are running our country. They want Trump. You're right, Cat Warlord. They want everything on Trump's tax returns, but where are theirs? That's something we will never know. What happened here? What happened? I don't know what happened to Toenail S Cupcake, but Queen Bee says, "Oh no, praying for you." Oh, you know what? New Jersey will. New Jersey will. They keep voting in these crooked Democrats and they keep wondering why nothing's changing. I know it seems far-fetched to be on the left and vote conservative, but if you want things to change and be a better future for your offspring or other people's offspring, enough already. If you want your city safe, it's not going to be with a Democrat. I'm sorry, it's just not. And if they are a conservative Democrat, well, then they switch over to the Republican Party. Why is that? Well, because the Democrats have gone so far left that they're literally pushing their own people out. And with the policies that they have in place, it's not for us. It's for them. It's for them to make the most money. And Bob Menendez, man, you're slick, bro. You're slick. I never thought of that. Putting money in the lining of jackets. Why would you have to do that? Why would you have to do that? If you weren't doing nothing shady, why are you sewing money into the lining of your coat? Why can't you be like a normal person and put it in a shoebox and put it in a wall somewhere? But that's some heavy advanced shit. And I want to know who was doing the sewing for him. Was it his wife? Probably. She's probably in on it. She knows everything. You know everything that your husband's doing. It just is crazy. During tax time, file an extension a few times. Money stops. I've done it. I did. I still haven't filed my taxes for last year because I'm not ready. I ain't got the proper paperwork yet. I'm waiting for everything to roll in, just making sure everything is, I got to cross all of my T's and dot all of my I's. Shit. I'm going to have to file another one because I still ain't ready. Look, y'all, we move a decimal point or something by mistake. We forget $1. We're fucked, man. I ain't doing that. I'm making sure of it. I'm making sure they can't get me. Max, we're not voting them there in. The more conservatives here than there are more conservatives here than people realize. It's 100% corruption. Well, New Jersey is different from New York then, of course. It's a totally different state. And I think like this. I think it's very odd that there is a woman, right? It's very odd. Talk about income tax, right? But New York and New Jersey, you're all conservatives over there in New Jersey, but who are y'all ran by? So is voting count? Does voting count? There was a lady, and I have to find who she is. She is a woman that worked for the IRS. And she was jailed. She was thrown in jail because she said that it's illegal for us to be paying federal taxes. I swear to God, if I can find her name's like Angela something or another. She's a black lady, and they throw her ass in jail. It's crazy, man. Here, IRS whistleblower. I think her name, IRS whistleblower. I think her name is. Oh, I forget what her name is. I want to show you guys this really quickly because they threw her ass in there. She wrote a book and everything. It's on Amazon. They ripped it off of Amazon. And they're like, shh, don't be telling these people they don't have to pay taxes. Yeah. So she was a black woman, gets prison. Black woman goes to prison. And I think they locked her up for like 5 years or something. Yolanda Thompson. All right, 100 months in prison. Is that her? No, this is a Philadelphia woman was sentenced to 100 months in prison for conspiring to defraud the IRS and assisting others in filing false income tax returns. That ain't her. That ain't her. No, there was another woman that she wrote a book on taxes. I gotta find out who she is. I'm trying secret documents about feed. Oh, here she is. Here she is. No, this isn't it. But there's another woman here. Okay. Massive global investigation now. Prison for Secretary Department. Global files. Okay, no, this one's different. Do you guys do you know who I'm talking about though? She was a woman who worked for the IRS. She found that federal income tax was illegal. And so she published this. And I don't remember her name. And if I could, I could show it to you right now. But she had a book on Amazon and everything. And they like took her book down and they threw her in prison for like 5 years. But I don't remember who she is. Do you think that they selected the next president? Who's it gonna be? Hopefully not Joe Biden. Oh my God. Let's hope, right? Let's hope. What's up, Queen Bee? 87,000 new IRS agents. Joe Biden with the right to kill. They gave them the license to kill if need be. Like, where your taxes, bitch. Like Marcellus Wallace. They're gonna come in like Pulp Fiction. Like, come on now. Well, here's one. This lady, I guess she sent this over to BuzzFeed, but I don't know where that other lady is, man. I wish I knew where she was, because then I would be like, what happened? Where did she go? Here, look at this. A woman who leaked secret documents to BuzzFeed News, triggering a massive global investigation, is now in prison. I gotta find that black lady though. I think her name's Angela, if I'm not mistaken. But if I find her, I'll do a video on her, you guys. Former Treasury official Natalie Mae Edwards said she is a whistleblower who sent suspicious activity reports to BuzzFeed News after trying in vain to work through lawful channels. Her actions became the basis for the global FinCEN files investigation. This is the first time I'm ever hearing about this. Madeline Nay Edwards has made a pact with her 16-year-old daughter. Oh my God, man, this is terrible. Every night before bed for the next 6 months, they will say a silent prayer at the exact same time. Her daughter will be doing so from home in Virginia, and Edwards will be doing so from a women's prison in West Virginia. I am emotionally prepared as far as entering the facility and meeting the other people, Edwards, 43, told BuzzFeed News in an interview Thursday morning. I am not emotionally prepared for being separated from my daughter, my husband, and my immediate department official. Edwards, whose decision to leak a trove of highly confidential government documents to BuzzFeed News prompted an investigation that exposed how dirty money moves through the global banking system. And she helped spur legislative action in the U.S. and beyond. It looks like she did everybody a favor. Well, she has to report to a federal prison camp on Friday, to begin her 6-month sentence. The maximum security prison is where this is the same prison where Martha Stewart and Billie Holiday both served time. The information she also provided BuzzFeed News formed the basis of FinCEN Files, which was a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize, the journalism's highest honor. I don't see how any journalist today gets the Pulitzer Prize, because none of them are journalists. They all report on what their opinions are and their ideologies. It used to be flipped. It used to be a little bit of your ideologies, but the facts reigned supreme in journalism. But now they hide the facts, they push their ideologies and their woke culture, and they call it journalism, which is bullshit. It's not. Many across the U.S. are not familiar with Edwards. Yeah, I wasn't. Labeling her the forgotten whistleblower, the Washington Post described her in July as one of the most important whistleblowers of our era, and yet hardly anybody remembers her name. Despite losing her freedom and most of all her family's finances waging a legal fight, Edwards maintained she had no regrets, believing her actions would help thwart future criminals and terrorists. I'm absolutely proud of what I did, and I know American lives have been saved. And they threw her in prison. Oh my God, man. Oh Lord, I can't stand how corrupted this government is. That is crazy. Her husband, David Edwards, said he believes his wife is a political prisoner and that prosecutors had set out to destroy his family in order to set an example. You're sentencing her to prison because you don't want any other whistleblowers to come forward. I see how this works, he said. She's a 43-year-old mother of a 16-year-old girl who just lost everything. What crime is she going to commit by being under house arrest, basically home incarceration? This is a personal vendetta against her. You're going to put away a lady that ain't got no money, that has no motive other than accountability, that lost anything. Now she's going to lose her freedom for 6 months, and you could stop people from coming forward. You're the ones who are going to have to look in the mirror. Edwards received her sentence in June after pleading guilty to one count of conspiracy to make unauthorized disclosure of suspicious activity reports, known as SARS. We all know what SARS is. This is the suspicious activity reports that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden are lighting off the charts. There's so many SARS on Biden's that it's going beep, 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 beep. It's like a pinball machine hitting the tilt. But no, nothing gets done about it. But the investigation by BuzzFeed and the International Consortium of an Investigative Journalists, which involved more than 100 news organizations in 88 counties, revealed how banks file SARS and continue to process and profit off suspicious payments, thereby facilitating criminal activity while enriching themselves and shareholders. The U.S. government collects the SARS, but does not force the banks to shut the money laundering down. Ooh, I wonder if Bob Menendez was in on this too. In June, just over a week after Edwards was sentenced, the Pulitzer Board at Columbia University named the project a finalist in the international reporting category for a massive reporting project that yielded sweeping revelations about the ongoing role of some of the world's biggest banks in facilitating international money laundering and the trafficking of goods and people. Oh my God. The corruption that continues to frustrate regulators across the world. But the FinCEN series was not released until nearly a year after Edwards was arrested. Prosecutors charged her in connection with a dozen BuzzFeed news stories from 2017 to 2018 that cited SARS and covered, among other things, the investigation of a former special... Robert Mueller and the FBI probe into Trump's 2016 campaign. Oh my God, Chair Paul Manafort. Oh my effing G. Edwards has maintained she leaked the documents to BuzzFeed news reporter Jason Leopold in a bid to expose corruption after trying in vain to work through the official channels. I did this for the American people, she said in an interview. My motive was accountability, and the American people had a right to know what was occurring with the Treasury, and it was a national security issue, and American lives were in jeopardy. Holy bananas. This is crazy. Prosecutors countered that Edwards acted indiscriminately in her leaks as blinded by her own apparent sense of self-righteousness. They also described her disclosures as unparalleled in the FinCEN's history, having sent approximately 50,000 documents, including 2,000 SARS, to Leopold over the course of the year and running searches within internal systems at his request. Oh my God. In a New York Times opinion piece, BuzzFeed News editor-in-chief Mark Scuffs called on President Joe Biden to pardon Edwards, arguing her sentence was unjust and unfair, and noting the public that good came from her disclosures. The Biden administration should acknowledge in word and deed the individuals who revealed information vital to public importance are not criminals, Scuffs wrote. They are patriots who deserve our gratitude. Almost 5,000 people have since signed an online petition calling for Edwards to be pardoned. The White House has given no indication Biden intends to do so, despite the president signing a memorandum on June 3rd, the day that Edwards was sentenced, vowing to fight corruption, particularly in the financial world, a national security priority. He failed. He didn't do anything. Miss Edwards is a whistleblower whose brave actions expose financial corruption on a global scale for helping bring about tougher regulation in the United States and other countries. She should be celebrated, not punished, said Ariel Kamier, BuzzFeed's news executive editor for investigations. President Biden promised to fight corruption. Now is the time for him to acknowledge her courage and patriotism by granting her a pardon, which he didn't do. Well, look, there's another thing that he fucking lies about. On Thursday morning, the day before she was due to report to prison, Edwards said farewell to her best friend, Casey Burnmeister of Virginia. Speaking through tears to BuzzFeed News after the meeting with Burnmeister, she said she told a friend she loved and she loved her friend and called her an American hero. My words were that she is the Jason Bourne in 007 and Wonder Woman and Captain America all in one, because she didn't just do anything wrong. The truth will prevail. I couldn't be more proud of her. She is the most heroic person I know. They have taken her freedom and her life. Yeah, that's what the government does. Following her arrest as illegal expenses, Edwards and her husband say they have lost their home, their car, and their health insurance. The impact from a financial standpoint has been devastating, Dave Edwards said, and it has drained her accounts, her savings, everything. Dave Edwards says he believed the severe financial strain was the government's intended punishment. Does that sound familiar, anybody? Does it sound like what they're doing to Donald Trump is the same thing that they're doing to the whistleblowers? I think so. Oh, my God, man. Michael Pavel, the member of the Scumotius, I don't know what that word is, tribe and friend of Edwards, the Alquonian woman, has said her tribal upbringing shaped her sense of right and wrong, and the criminal prosecution has taken a toll on her psychological and social well-being. It has been very difficult for her and her family, Pavel said. She is a calm and steady force, and I think she will do just fine in prison, but it weighs on her not to be with her loved ones. Her brother, Nick Sowers, attended every one of her court appearances, and he said his unusually outspoken big sister has become more reserved. Still, Sowers says, I don't think there was ever a point where I think she'd never be done with it. My God, this is absolutely atrocious. Physically, Edwards is also concerned about the oh, Jesus. We can't talk about it. And how she might be impacted given her hypertension, hyperlipidemia, and asthma. Researchers have linked blah, 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 blah. I can't say that, blah, blah, blah. The night before she was due to report to prison, Edwards dined with her parents, Bertie and Woody Sowers, on her favorite meal foods, heaped plates of scallops, Alaska. God bless it, that sounds good. Snow crab legs, potatoes, and buttered corn. My God, sounds amazing. Her husband was going to the gym to work out with some stress, and then the two planned on watching a movie together, and they grabbed some rest and started their early morning drive to West Virginia. Edward's daughter had been sent away on a beach holiday with friends. Her parents are concerned about the emotional goodbye would be too much. The mother and daughter had spent their last few days together chatting as a teen drove them around with her new driver's license. Edward told her they need to be pen pals for a little while, which her daughter found to be laughably an ancient concept. I'm hoping that the warden will allow me to make phone calls to her. I don't know how this works. I've never been in trouble with the law. Wow. So the weaponized and politicized Department of Justice and the FBI, their reign continues. This lady, I didn't even know about her until now. She was a whistleblower, and look at what she got. She literally exposed a heap of corruption and quite possibly national safety secrets, and that don't keep us safe. She is responsible for new regulations, and they threw her in prison and they drained her of everything in court. Again, I think that's exactly what these 4 indictments against President Trump, 91 charges, I believe, this is exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to make him go from a billionaire to broke. That's exactly what they're doing here. They're going to try to bankrupt his ass. But what they didn't plan on was all of the donations that poured in. All right, guys, I got to go. I got to go pick up my little one. Thank you for joining me. Bob Menendez and your wife, you're going to be going to prison. And if you did something wrong, you should pay for your You remember, nobody's above the law. Remember that. No one's above the law, but apparently the Democrats are. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Thank you again for joining me. We'll keep following this case closely too. I'm sorry. And yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is the same thing as what they're doing to Donald Trump? If so, leave me some comments down below. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're interested in donating to the channel, since we've been demonetized, you can go ahead and hit the donation links that are down in the description of this video. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Keep your heads up. Have a happy Monday. And God bless America. See ya.